to the most uneven. I'm close to achieving my goals. I'm leading to show them everything that I believe in.
I ain't here to fight, Phil.
I got everything to lose.
Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those.
I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands will do. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands will do. Hold up. Beautiful tragedies happen, one for the evening. No umbrella can shelter the way I storm on your weekends. I'm not interested, I wanna form an allegiance. I'm simply captivated on how you more my achievements. One screw away from feeling I'm gonna lose it. So who's to blame if I cultivated a movement? Stupid claims I'm a lunatic and I'm clueless, but you'll rule the day when I'm doing this for amusement. Preparation means opportunity, yes. Being great is ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Jackson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jordan Brooks charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. There he goes, right side. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
First down, here's Mitchell. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Look at this Baltimore defense. And they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Stroud working out of the gun. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Jackson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Mitchell. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Here's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with fourth down now looming. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season and reconnects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Stroud looking to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Stroud out of the gun here. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Stroud and company going for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And his pass incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Second and 10. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 81 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't it? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
Now a 2nd and 10. Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Jackson going to change things up a bit. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Get home, boys. We got this.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, Try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Throwing now is Stroud. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3, cut balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I thought he had that one, and that was really a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot, and they'll separate the receiver from the ball.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the gun, Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Stroud now on 1st and 10. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Oh, boy, Parker, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. 2nd and 10, here's Stroud. He'll get this to Eckler. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Stroud will look to throw once more. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now he's loose at the 40, inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff. And might give up a big play right before the half ends.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Final play of the half. Stroud. He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And this one is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
One advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Mustang 19. 19 Wyatt. Cut 19. Cut 19.
Stroud on third down now. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They go play action with Jackson. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 57 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run over center with Mitchell. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 96 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
They need two. Here's third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Texans defense stands tall. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. They go again with Pierce. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with third and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
Stroud to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
This is where you can try and get a tight end in space. They like this matchup, so they're going to let their 2 receivers to his outside, run simple little short routes, hoping to suck up the secondary. And that'll free up space for their tight end on a corner route to make a big play.
On first down, here's Stroud. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet, arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
Stroud. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 63 yards. And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And we'll see a return here. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the third.
Next to score, Texans 21, Ravens 20.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
On second down, here's Mitchell.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On third down, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
108 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
First down, they go right back to Pierce.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 36 yards on the play.
A gain of 46 yards. First down, Houston.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Another carry for Pierce. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
He finds his man, complete. It's back. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Running on first down, Eckler. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now they send a man in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Christian Watson.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Texans will add to their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jackson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Derek Stingley getting home on the corner blitz.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check match.
Pierce gets this one running right. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, then you stop that clock. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Eckler running it.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Going for it with Pierce. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Right there, hurt.
Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Texans have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
This could be the turning point.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Jackson. That is caught. Bateman. There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Tucker with the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown on a 2-point conversion. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. It happened in the NFL. The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
And a big fan stepped that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
To throw with Stroud. That is caught.
And he's across for a late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Texans 42, Ravens 27. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Throwing. Jackson. Got a man down the field. It's Bateman. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Here's 1st down.
One last shot for Jackson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really
we got London on the trip.
Whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real.